So businesses built up heavily around the owner. So if you're in that situation, and even if you're a startup and you're starting to build a business, my advice is start thinking about the exit from day one. But especially if you're at the point where you are thinking about exiting, you want to do a big sellout somewhere or a small sellout, doesn't matter. The main thing is, even if it's built around you and your personal branding, as long as you're thinking out in advance. If you've got a business built around a personal brand, don't just suddenly decide to sell it because you're burnt out or whatever and try and sell it within 30 days. That's not going to work. What you typically need to do is plan it out at least a year in advance. And there's simple things you can do no matter what the business is, but particularly with online businesses, you can start systemizing things. So the key roles, so an investor or a buyer can look at it and go, okay, there's a large element of the personal branding, but then there's also a large element of the day-to-day running. This is run by a team. What you do is you do a transition period. So typically, and we used to do this for bricks and mortar businesses, you just don't introduce yourself as the new buyer straight up. And that's the main trick. You just, as long as there's a 6-month or ideally a 12-month kind of, it's not a handover as such, it's just gently introduce the new person. So if you're the entrepreneur that owns the website, you just help, you're willing to stay on and help the new buyer transition over a 6 to 12-month period, then it's a lot easier than you think. Not to say it's perfect, but it certainly can be achieved. We're seeing literally sites sell for tens of millions that are based around a particular food blogger, and the brokers are telling me they sell them no worries. That's basically how you do it. You introduce a team and also you introduce the buyer over a period of 6 months.
Well, I mean, kind of what I hear there as well is you're introducing the buyer as the new editor and then eventually the new owner to the people.
Yep.
And what we would do at Kalicube, and my immediate reaction, my brain's going round and round saying, now we need to introduce it to Google, Bing, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and that's where we would be useful.
That could speed it up.
Kalicube. Your brand is what Google and AI say it is.